Today I'm in Bournemouth, the largest town in the county of Dorset.
Like many towns around the UK, Bournemouth and the surrounding areas find themselves struggling with a number of problems. A huge lack of social housing, massive cuts to funding and sky-high living costs. Combine this with some of the highest rates of rough sleepers, substance abuse mortalities and antisocial behaviour to be found anywhere in the UK. This has led to a wave of negative headlines such as iconic UK seaside town with no-go zones and locals too scared to go out after dark. Boscombe, a suburb of Bournemouth, being labelled the substance capital of the south. And in a recent study, it stated the BCP area has the highest rough sleeping homeless numbers outside of London. Shockingly, since this data was compiled over a year ago, the number of rough sleepers has more than doubled. In this documentary, we spend time with a leading charitable organisation in the area battling these issues, and hit the streets of Bournemouth and the surrounding suburb of Boscombe, which has been labelled the substance capital of the south, to find out if they live up to the headlines. You can see the boarded up windows on the abandoned building that lays next to my hotel. I was in that room last night and I could hear numerous voices, screams and shouts coming from this building here. I'm now heading over to one of the leading charitable organisations in the area, We Are Humans. This organisation is tackling the homeless crisis that's ongoing head on. On the short 10-minute walk to the charity headquarters from my hotel, the signs of deprivation were clear to see. There was numerous tents and signs of rough sleeping, often coupled with substance abuse paraphernalia. Closed shops and abandoned buildings line the roads on the outskirts, and there was many people on the streets clearly under the influence of substances. Within 20 minutes of arriving, I witnessed an overdose and revival on the streets of Boscombe. Hello brother, so tell me what your story is.
My name's Stephen Smith Showers.
Yeah.
My father's name's Delroy Showers.
Right.
I come from LA, Liverpool.
Yeah.
We do stuff like that and we do stuff like that. And furthermore, we're talking this for life. But the worst thing about it is no one appreciates our service. Lads are fucking walking around in wheelchairs, sitting about on their prosthetics, back to front, right? I mean, spunking their gyros on crack, smack and all that lot. In this country, furthermore, mate, all I need to say, if you can't make it in Bournemouth, thank fuck you're not in fucking Brooklyn or New York City. Right? But I'm not the smartest lad in the world. But it's been a pleasure to...
I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but there's been a lot of screaming and shouting coming from one of those flat windows where the police is outside now. As I arrived at the charity offices, I was met by a couple who had just arrived at the charity that morning. They kindly agreed to tell me their story. However, within less than a minute, one of the people I was interviewing heard cries of help coming from across the road. Without hesitation, he ran to the scene to assist in what turned out to be a substance overdose unfolding. Is he OD'ing?
Probably.
He is, isn't it?
Drugs problem that he's got. Because we've seen him earlier today wandering around and he was stumbling all over the place.
Really? As you can see, this seems to be a regular occurrence. There's a man that's passed out on the street. It seems to be ODing. They're calling the police now and the ambulance service. This is right outside of the We Are Humans charitable organisation. It just brings it home how real the situation is here on the streets of Bournemouth. You can see the police have just turned up now. See the man still passed out in the doorway. They don't know if it's substance or if it's alcohol. Absolutely nuts. This just brings it to light how real this is here. Bournemouth over the years has seen a massive rise in the rates of substance abuse and the issues associated with this. Bournemouth now finds itself having some of the highest numbers of substance-associated mortalities in the country. There are many causes of this, but a potential leading factor is the huge increase of fentanyl-laced substances and other synthetic substances like spice and crystal meth that are now flooding UK streets. These substances have wreaked havoc in the USA. Are we about to see the same on these shores?
Yeah, he's got a heartbeat, he's breathing, yeah, I put him in a recovery position even though he didn't want to. I tilted his head back. I tried to get him to communicate with me, his eyes were just rolling back, so I just could have seen the police right van Yeah, he's got a bottle of Lucozade next to him that stinks of alcohol, but he smells like spice.
Spice, did you
Yeah,
say?
it smells like spice on him.
It's
Yeah,
the spice that's done it.
yeah, if he is. I feel bad.
The ambulance and get him to the hospital.
Yeah, well, as soon as I seen them, maybe we could drive by. I was like, no, get in.
Yeah, I saw them back up. Yeah, good
Yeah,
fair play.
yeah. We're sorry about that. We did the video. As soon as I seen that,
Mate.
the next soldier in the he's off his nut, mate. Yeah, he's not with it at all. I tried to get him going to his back to get him to recovery position. And that's what they're going to do in a minute. Without they were arrested because it depends on what he's on. So they've got him up right now.
Well, the police are with him now, and the gentleman that I was just interviewing went over and saved the day. Luckily you were there, mate. How lucky that you were here
I was
now.
trying to get him onto his back because he was refusing. I just grabbed my leg, dragged him down. So I thought if I pull you downwards because it's a slope, and naturally you're going onto your back.
That's crazy.
That's another show of humanity out there. Is somebody who
I say, like, you didn't give
is
his size
here
day off when he was in that
talking about
position.
charities that are supposed to be helping
Straight up
people.
on his feet across the road.
He was quick as anything.
It's a regular occurrence in this town. Yeah, normally you see it on the high street a lot. Normally by now the police have moved it on because they won't have it there. But yeah, there's a massive spice problem again around here at the moment. It's coming with an influx. Yeah, it's mostly spice.
Is it?
Yes,
And it's
and
awful
alcohol.
to see. It's really awful.
Well, that's what they're doing. They're getting drunk on the alcohol and then they're smoking silly amounts of that. And it's just pure chemicals. I don't condone anything like that. You know they're going to. That's why I left that job.
On spikes,
Dirty,
and their behaviour, they become erratic.
It turns them into zombies.
become
Zombies, yeah,
zombies.
that's what I've read.
and then they pass out, and they can pass out anywhere.
That headline was they called the place Zombie Town.
Yeah. And that's
it's
what
coming
it
back to
does.
that. It's coming back to this
And
again.
Really?
this is what this is going to end up being if this isn't, because we're punishing the people rather than helping them and actually getting to the solve the problem.
You know?
This is why this charity needs a massive shout out, because they want to help. They don't want to judge you. For the first time, I actually felt like a normal human being. I didn't feel like people were looking down at me because I was on hard times, and for the first time in ages, it felt nice just to be seen as a human being rather than just another number. Homeless or you're struggling at any point, please go and look up this charity. We are humans.
We are humans.
Please look it up. If you are struggling, yes.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much for your time today. And you, my man.
Take
Get
it
on.
easy.
Hero of the streets here.
I won't go that far.
Good, mate. Fair play.
Just being a human being.
There you go, mate.
And the kindness from one person to another, even just a simple smile, that has a chain reaction. So please, anything you can do, a smile, a small gesture, it literally brightens everybody's day up.
My first morning in Bournemouth really brought to life the severity of the situation on the streets. One thing that was clear was the warmth and kindness I felt from Jamal and Kathy, and just how much this organisation, We Are Humans, means to this community. We headed inside to see the tent and other items donated to the couple by the charity, and arranged for me to head over to their tent later on that evening to see the harsh conditions an ex-veteran and his pregnant partner now find themselves in. I hate to ask, but I need your help more than ever. When I film content like this, please remember to like, comment and subscribe. It really does help the video gain traction and go out to a wider audience. With topics like this, it's so important that as many people see this video as possible. And with your help, we can do that. You just touched on then that there's a number of substances that have hit the streets of Bournemouth and Boscombe now. A number of those will be a shocker to my audience. You mentioned meth then.
Meth, your freely available meth.
Really?
Cocaine.
And as you've just touched on, you're 20 years clean now, so you
Wouldn't touch it with a barge pole.
good man. Fair
Even
play to you,
though
boss.
I am in those situation, you know,
And it's hard
because
not to.
it's only because I'm homeless.
I'm in your situation.
But I see people getting absolutely, you know, in hell of a state. I don't, because I've been there, you know.
Have you
I know that it's not the right path.
Yes.
It's saying is trying to stay on the straight and narrow. Straight and narrow.
Definitely, mate.
Yes.
Would you say you've seen a rise in overdoses?
I lost 3 people
Yeah.
through overdoses that I knew very well. But I lost 3 good mates.
But you can
Well,
verify that there is now crystal meth has arrived on the
Absolutely.
shores of the UK.
Absolutely.
Wow.
100%. Which is, worrying to say the
Very
least.
worrying, mate.
Yeah, yeah,
Very
yeah.
worrying, mate. Keep up
Yeah.
doing what you're doing, mate.
Oh yeah.
Keep your chin up
yeah,
as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm strong. I won't get back into that rubbish.
Good man. Fair play,
chance.
boss. Another increasing problem is the county lines epidemic, with Bournemouth being heavily affected. County lines is where gangs from bigger cities target small and medium-sized towns across local authority boundaries. This is usually carried out by children or vulnerable people who are coerced into it by organised criminal groups. The county line is the mobile phone lines and people that are linked to organised groups that run this illegal trade. I've just received a text message from the couple that we spoke to earlier letting me know they've set up camp for the night, so let's head over and find out how they live. But first things first, let's pick up some pizza and some water and take it with us. We've got the pizzas. I've got a load of water as well in the back of the car, so let's head over now and catch up with the guys. Bournemouth is in the grips of a housing crisis, with a huge lack of affordable housing leading to higher than ever demand for social housing, and more rough sleepers than anywhere else in the UK outside of London, leaving authorities at bursting point. The local housing needs assessment for Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole, the BCP area, says that 2,670 new affordable homes should be built each year. However, between 2019 and 2023, only 102 affordable homes were delivered on average each year. The social housing registers in the BCP area are at an all-time high, with waiting lists longer than ever before. In England, there are 1.2 million households on waiting lists for social housing. Yes, boy. How you going, guys? Oh yeah, I don't want to walk into one of them, mate. No. So you got your fire pit set out, you got the tent ready to go.
We get disposable barbecue we do, and we use kindling that I buy and wood wool.
Nice.
So we have a little fire, nothing major, just nothing just to warm our hands up. And then, so we get into bed. So.
And you got some hot dinner for tonight as well.
Yeah,
perfect. No worries, mate. Absolutely, my pleasure, mate.
The tent is so much better than
like come and take a look at it. Well, two-casser, bro.
Which means
it's so much bigger, isn't it? Look, you've actually got space now. You can sit under shelter.
And we can put stuff inside as well. We've got a porch where to sit in the night time as well. We can close this down and just sit in here.
Instead of having our beds touch the side of the tent, which we had before.
And get soaking wet.
Yeah, thank you. Every morning that's what I was waking up with.
Everything's
just wet,
either side of us.
Which for a free tent from We Are Humans, I'm ecstatic about. Yeah, again, this is something else they've done, and we've got nothing from We Are Humans.
Thanks to We Are Humans, we've actually got a place that we can be happy.
And I made it very clear, it's the same Mungos as well. They're not welcome. Don't come rocking back up again because they tried reaching out to us again. I went, no, don't.
Did they really?
Yeah.
But all they wanted to know was whether we were still in the same situation.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, nothing else.
Update for the checklist, isn't it? Really, let's be frank.
You know where we are. You don't actually care what's going on with us. You've never once actually offered us anything viable. Like you knew we were in a tent that was leaking and everything. You've got loads of money in your account. All you have to do is just send me in the right direction. You don't have to do giving me any. Just send me where I can get one.
Yeah.
Like, or even just loan me one. I'll bring it back to you. I don't care either way. Just so we got a roof.
But now you're set, guys.
We had to get a decent amount of sleep.
Hopefully, man.
Oh, mate, we definitely will. There's a bus about that, mate. I'm going to sleep like a king for the first time in a long time.
Good.
Because I haven't got to worry about leaks.
Good.
Weather or nothing. It's taken a long time because we've got a lot of these going around, but that's how you know it's properly secured because
that's right.
It's the inner shell and then the outer shell. We have to put the outer shell up first.
Hopefully, you're quite sheltered from the element, from the wind. Hopefully,
that's the whole reason why we like it round here. I've been in yesterday when the wind was coming up and over this fence. That's the way it was blowing. But with this being the way it is, it's all tethered in. It's gone to nowhere. It's guide roped all around everywhere. It's got nearly all the 22 hooks in that it didn't need all in, but I found places to stick them.
With data from the 2021 census, the Office for National Statistics revealed staggering differences in deprivation in areas across Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole. More than 51% of households in the BCP area are affected by deprivation, with some communities in the region being in the top 2% of the UK's most deprived areas. In shocking contrast to this, other areas within BCP lie in the top 1% of least deprived and have some of the most expensive property, not only in Britain, but the whole world. This division in wealth is separated by just a few miles. It's the next morning. I've arranged to meet Andrew Talbot, the leading man behind the charity We Are Humans, to have a chat about the issues at play and walk around Bournemouth to speak with those hardest hit by these problems. So taking down all the food donations down into the storeroom of We Are Humans. At 10 o'clock every morning they have an open cafe where food is served to anybody that needs it within the community.
We document how many homeless meals we get, how many breakfasts we get, how many pensioners lunch club we get. What we haven't documented is everything else we do. So on Monday, total service users that we service was 97.
Wow.
On Tuesday it was 140.
140 in a day?
In a day. And I haven't had a chance to catch up on yesterday's numbers yet because I was very busy yesterday. Earning some funds for the
because you've got a day job as well, haven't you?
I've got 3 jobs.
There you go.
Job. So this is our high street. It's a market day.
Yeah.
The market used to be packed right up this high street. It's very dismal now, almost like they're trying to drive the market out.
Okay.
High rents, low footfall. It's a beautiful community, but like everywhere else in the country, It has underlying problems been created by successive governments. We don't have any mental health services anymore. Homeless services are pretty much non-existent. We've got families living in hotel rooms with not enough money to live. Then we've got pensioners living in misery and
I noticed so many pensioners this morning coming to the pantry.
Worked all their lives, paid for a pension, because a pension ain't a benefit. It's something they paid and expected to be looked after in their old age. That's the whole point of it. Now they're calling it a benefit and the means testing it when these people have paid in for 50 years and more. It's quite shocking. We don't have safety nets anymore. It's broken Britain. Broken Britain. We've got a new government that everybody thought, lovely, Labour will come in, they'll change things. It's not happened. They've made things worse. Means testing the winter fuel allowance for pensioners.
Yeah, that's a disgrace, isn't it?
That's a death sentence for many, many people.
Yeah.
I just find it shocking. The Labour had the chance to start to turn the country around, and all they've done is turn us over. And it's politics right the way through. It's corrupt. You can vote for whatever party you want, but basically at the end of the day, you're just voting for a different clown at the circus. What really are your choices?
Yep.
Boco or Coco? I mean, I vote. I believe in voting. I believe you should have your way. It's shocking. It's a shocking world we live in.
Over the last few years, what would you say has been one of the major causes of the decline that you've seen?
The pandemic.
Yep.
That's caused so much hurt, and it's made family members fall out with each other. It's made communities divided. Was it all meant to be that way, I wonder? Was it orchestrated that way? It's caused this cost of living crisis. But is there a cost of living crisis when you're looking at the profits of the energy companies, of the supermarkets?
Yeah.
It's no cost of living crisis when their profits are quadrupling and we get less for our money. We get less service for our money. It's just dire, frustrating.
And you're seeing it. You're seeing it firsthand.
How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, mate.
What my grievance is basically what I'm going to say is I haven't got a lot of grievances, but the toilets, shut the toilets, people on the street.
That's what I've heard.
I mean?
Yeah, 6 o'clock they get shut, don't they?
Well, now they haven't been open for 2 days.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's disgusting. Do you know what I mean? You people on the streets are homeless, look at the toilet, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're walking around, and there's like people shitting on the toilet, it's disgusting. I've been caught short myself in the past.
Yeah, I mean, if you're on the streets,
you're only human, do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But you bag it up, you know what I mean? Just like you got your pet, you know what I mean? You bag it up and put it in the bin. Do you blame them when you blame the council?
So you said you was a serving vet as well?
Serving veteran, yeah.
Goodness me. And they've no support, I'm assuming?
They said if you're on drugs and there's not really any help they can offer you. You know what I mean?
Bless you, brother.
But I'm alright.
Good man.
Yeah.
Keep on going, mate.
I'll come out the other side.
Leave it with me and I'll sort it out.
I'm off. I'm getting off. How about this shit?
Alright.
Living like this.
I know.
So, Andy, you were just stopped then by, I'm assuming they were members of the NFA community, the No Fixed Abode community.
By NFA you mean no fucking address?
Polite term, so yeah.
As opposed to no fixed abode?
Yeah.
So as you see just then, one of the guys he's at the end of his tether. He's about to leave town. He's just asked me for a tent. He's going to go travelling the coastline. So you'll probably meet him in the seaside.
Yeah, I've met a lot of people that do the same.
That particular gentleman, I know what he's been through, and I know why he's like that. And he has good reason to be like that. I can't divulge on film, but he really does have a good reason for that mental health. It's not self-inflicted at all. He does drink, most of them drink. You can't really go to sleep on a night without a drink. It's quite difficult.
Well, just 2 nights ago, I mean, it was 50-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah.
Like how?
And 2 degrees.
And how do these people? And it's only going to get worse over the coming months.
Yeah, as winter hits, bites, beds in, it will get worse. And the worst thing about it is there's more people being turfed out onto the street. You know, generally it was like single white males. Now it's a whole community.
Yeah.
There's in the last couple of months I've had pensioners coming to me facing evictions. This morning, as you've seen, the gentleman that wanted to come downstairs and talk to me.
Yeah.
He's just been served with Section 21 from a social housing provider called, because they've not been doing the support that they should do. So the council's withdrawn the funding, and now they're trying to evict him on a Section 21. No fault eviction. There is a fault here. There's an absolute fault. And it's the people that were getting £500-600 a week to accommodate him, support him, and help him move on with his life. They've failed him. I've told all these 3 people that I will come and represent them in court. And we will let the judge know that this is not a no-fault eviction.
We've been joined there by one of the famous Big Issue sellers.
Carl.
Carl. So tell me, Carl, how long have you been selling the Big Issue?
I've been doing it for 3 years now.
Right.
Just over 3 years. I used to be homeless. I was homeless round the corner in St Peter's Graveyard, and I was attacked. I had no teeth, and that's why I'm in this mobility scooter.
Oh, goodness me.
After death, I was in the hospital for months and months and months. But last year, I met Prince William.
Yeah.
I was on the front cover with the Prince himself.
Yeah.
And Stephen Bartlett from Dragon's Den.
Yeah.
And Paul Gaskell.
Has the Big Issue helped change your life?
Yeah. There's me, Gaskell and Prince William on the front page.
Hey. How's selling the Big Issue changed your life for you?
I'm now the franchisee for Bournemouth Big Issue, so
wow.
it's done really well. If you do it properly,
yeah, because it's a you've really got to manage it.
I'm not homeless no more, and I do it as a job now.
Good man.
When the office is closed, I'm the Bournemouth Big Issue, so all the other vendors have to come and buy them off me when the office is closed, and then I just give the money to the office.
Got you.
And
so you've gone from the streets now to being a main distributor for the Big Issue. All 3 years. 3 years, mate.
In 3 years.
Another success story, brother.
Brilliant.
Get on, mate.
And I love it.
Oh, that's how you got the sauce flavour.
The secret was tomato sauce.
Lovely.
Everyone raves about your cooking, mate, don't they?
Yeah. Good food, isn't it?
Lovely food.
Been stopped again, Andrew?
Yeah, it's hard to walk around anywhere. People know us, they know what I do. I think I can call myself a local. I've been here that long now.
I'd say so.
And I've been doing the same thing that long now.
Yeah.
As soon as I got myself into a place, I decided to make changes to help the people who were still out there.
You were once homeless,
I was homeless. I saw the Big Issue. Lived in a tent, spent time on the Isle of Wight, spent time in Southampton. So when you sell the Big Issue, let's get this straight. They don't give them to you. You're self-employed. You need to manage your business. So you buy the issues, you sell the issues at a higher price like any other retailer. So it's self-help. It's not a handout. You're not begging. You're working.
Yeah.
A lot of people make the mistake. Please don't do that. The amount of grief I got when I was selling the Big Issue was horrendous.
So I've just been introduced to you by Andrew, and you just let me know then that you are homeless on the streets of Bournemouth. So where do you tend to stay?
I sort of wander around sort of this round here, this radius. So I'm either on this bench, or I'm up the top of High Cliff. There's a bench there that I normally stay on, or just wandering around in this vicinity.
Last night and the night before, the temperatures are seriously dropping now.
They are, yeah.
So what's your plans?
Yeah, the in the toilets are not too bad. It keeps us dry.
So you stay inside the public toilets?
We do, yeah. But the temperature, I mean, it's all right at the moment, but I know when it really seriously does drop, we're going to have a bit of an issue. So.
Yeah. And so, do the council allow you to stay in the toilets, or is this going to be a problem in the future?
This is an interesting one. Some people are for us being in there, and some people won't want us out. So we're battling with some people in the. It's not actually the council; it's the people working for the council.
Right.
A couple of people at the moment, good as gold, have no issue. There's other people that have an issue and just don't want us there.
What would you say some of your biggest difficulties are of being on the streets?
Being vulnerable and just the safety aspect to it as well.
Yeah, I hear that a lot.
And you know, just wanting to be housed and be safe and just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
And a feeling as well that a lot of people don't care, but there are those people that do care.
Yes.
But then, and you sort of identify the people that don't. So you're battling with the people that don't, but are wonderful with the people that do.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And there is a lot of help in Bournemouth, more than I realised when I first came. All sort of organisations and people that just want to keep us alive and keeps us with hope.
You use our services?
Yeah. I do.
You like our services?
Fantastic.
What's the best part
Andy,
about our services?
Because
so many people say that.
This man has done, and my understanding, has done so much for the homeless. He's our spokesman for our struggles and everything. And if it weren't for him, there wouldn't be much hope, I don't think. You're the man, mate.
What's the best part we do, though?
You give us hope.
We're humans.
Give us and everything, you know, clothes and just being respectful, being nice. That's why it's such a good representation of what you're all about.
Awesome, man.
And you like our food?
And his food's cooking's best,
I love you more, Andy.
Oh, bless, mate. Thank you so much.
This is the man.
This is the man, mate. That's why I'm with him.
The whole team.
Do you know what I mean? I know that, Andy, but you're the spokesman. And you've been homeless.
Yes.
You've been there.
That particular winter, the council removed a gentleman's tent, sleeping bags and belongings from under a flyover down at Bournemouth. That very same night, that gentleman died of hypothermia, and that wasn't the only person. BCP, there are no services, there is no safety net. Where is it?
There's been an enormous cut to the funding that was received over the last 10 years.
But we can send billions of pounds overseas when we've got soldiers dying on our streets. It's been abandoned by society, by the government that they served.
And it's private organisations, Andrew, like yourself, that I see time and time again are picking up the slack.
We shouldn't have to.
You shouldn't even have to exist.
I live beside the seaside. I should be down the beach.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be in a kitchen cooking for people who are desperate. I really shouldn't.
And
I shouldn't have to give up every weekend to go feeding homeless people and vulnerable people down in Bournemouth Square. I shouldn't have to do that. This is the government's job. This is the council's job. But they're just not doing it.
After an eye-opening 48 hours with the charity, it allowed me to see the reality on the streets and just how imperative the incredible work that Andy and the team at We Are Humans is for this community. If you feel led to support the vital work that Andy and We Are Humans are doing, the link is in the description. With winter coming, they could definitely do with the support. After hearing so many harrowing stories, what struck me is often in our society, we treat animals with more respect and compassion than our own homeless. Next time you see a homeless person, remember the words of Kathy and just how much a simple smile or small gesture can mean to these people. Since the filming of this video, Andrew informs me that the authorities heard about the production of this documentary and they have since had meetings with We Are Humans and housed 44 people in 7 days. These are unprecedented numbers, a great step in the right direction. And with the help of my members community, we managed to get Kathy and Jamal into a hotel during a recent storm. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. It really does help the video gain traction and go out to a wider audience. With topics like this, it's so important that as many people see this video as possible. And with your help, we can do that. I'll see you on the next one.